Hi, welcome to the quiz. You can answer along on quizalto.com, all for free. The exact URL of this quiz will be in the notes down below. Let's get started, good luck. Which AWS compute service is designed for running machine learning models and providing inference capabilities? Amazon EC2, Amazon SageMaker, Amazon Workspaces, AWS Lambda. Amazon SageMaker is a fully managed machine learning service that enables developers and data scientists to build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly. It provides built-in algorithms and pre-built environments for training and deploying models for inference. What is a benefit of using AWS auto-scaling? Supports serverless computing. Automatically adjusts compute capacity based on demand. Provides object storage. Enables real-time data processing. AWS auto-scaling automatically adjusts compute capacity based on demand. What is the main advantage of using AWS Lambda for compute tasks? Provides managed virtual desktop infrastructure. Serverless execution without provisioning or managing servers. Offers resizable compute capacity. Enables container orchestration. AWS Lambda is a serverless compute service that allows users to run code without provisioning or managing servers. It automatically scales computing resources and charges based on actual usage, making it suitable for event-driven and on-demand computing. What is a benefit of using Amazon ECS? Orchestration for Docker containers. Provides fully managed databases. Enables serverless computing. Offers object storage. Amazon ECS provides orchestration for Docker containers. In the context of AWS compute services, what is the primary purpose of AWS Wavelength? Provide managed virtual desktop infrastructure. Enable serverless code execution. Offer resizable compute capacity. Provide ultra-low latency compute resources for 5G and edge applications. AWS Wavelength is a service that embeds AWS compute and storage resources within 5G networks, providing ultra-low latency and high bandwidth connectivity for applications that require real-time processing and response times, such as those in the areas of gaming, virtual reality, and autonomous vehicles. In the context of AWS compute services, what is the primary purpose of AWS ThinkBox? Provide managed virtual desktop infrastructure. Provide high-performance compute resources for rendering and media processing. Enable serverless code execution. Offer resizable compute capacity. AWS ThinkBox is a cloud-based rendering service that provides high-performance compute resources for rendering and media processing tasks, making it suitable for industries such as media and entertainment, architecture, and engineering. Which AWS compute service is designed for running web applications and network services? Amazon Elastic Container Service. AWS Lambda. Amazon EC2. Amazon Workspaces. Amazon Elastic Container Service is a highly scalable and high-performance container management service that allows users to run and manage Docker containers on a cluster of Amazon EC2 instances, making it suitable for running web applications and network services in a containerized environment. What is the main advantage of using Amazon EKS compared to self-managing a Kubernetes cluster on Amazon EC2 instances? Simplifies the management and operations of Kubernetes clusters. Provides managed virtual desktop infrastructure. Enables container orchestration. Offers serverless compute functionality. The main advantage of using Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service compared to self-managing a Kubernetes cluster on Amazon EC2 instances is that it simplifies the management and operations of Kubernetes clusters. EKS handles tasks such as provisioning and scaling the Kubernetes control plane, ensuring high availability, and automating software updates and security patches. What is a characteristic of AWS Lambda? Real-time data streaming. Fully managed object storage service. Batch processing of data. Serverless compute service. AWS Lambda is a serverless compute service that allows developers to run code in response to events without managing servers. Which AWS service is suitable for running relational databases? Amazon RDS. AWS Lambda. Amazon S3. Amazon EC2. Amazon RDS is suitable for running relational databases as it provides managed database services for popular database engines such as MySQL. In the context of AWS compute services, what is the primary purpose of AWS Fargate? Enable serverless code execution. Provide serverless container management. Provide managed virtual desktop infrastructure. Offer resizable compute capacity. AWS Fargate is a serverless compute engine for containers that allows users to run containers without managing servers or clusters. It enables the deployment and management of containerized applications without the need to provision or manage the underlying compute infrastructure. What is the main advantage of using AWS Fargate compared to running containers directly on Amazon EC2 instances? Eliminates the need to manage and patch operating systems and manage clusters. Offers resizable compute capacity. Enables serverless code execution. Provides managed virtual desktop infrastructure. The main advantage of using AWS Fargate compared to running containers directly on Amazon EC2 instances is that it eliminates the need to manage and patch operating systems and manage clusters. With Fargate, AWS handles the provisioning and management of the underlying infrastructure, allowing users to focus on building and running containerized applications. What is a primary use case for AWS Fargate? Running containers without managing the underlying infrastructure. Hosting virtual servers. Managing relational databases. Processing real-time data streams. AWS Fargate is used for running containers without the need to manage the underlying infrastructure. Which AWS service is suitable for hosting static websites? AWS Lambda. Amazon DynamoDB. Amazon S3. Amazon RDS. Amazon S3 is suitable for hosting static websites. What is the main advantage of using AWS Fargate compared to Amazon ECS? Eliminates the need to manage and scale compute resources. Enables serverless code execution. Offers resizable compute capacity. Provides managed virtual desktop infrastructure. The main advantage of AWS Fargate over Amazon ECS is that it eliminates the need to manage and scale compute resources. With Fargate, AWS handles the provisioning and scaling of the underlying compute infrastructure, allowing users to focus on building and running containerized applications. In the context of AWS compute services, what is the primary purpose of Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud? Offer serverless compute functionality. Provide resizable compute capacity in the cloud. Provide managed container orchestration. Provide managed virtual desktop infrastructure. Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud is a web service that provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud, allowing users to launch and manage virtual machines to run applications and workloads. Which AWS service is used for deploying and managing serverless applications? Amazon EKS. Amazon Redshift. Amazon RDS. AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda is used for deploying and managing serverless applications. What is a characteristic of AWS Batch? Offers fully managed databases. Supports serverless computing. Enables batch processing of workloads. Provides real-time analytics. AWS Batch enables batch processing of workloads. Which AWS service is used for deploying and managing containerized applications using Kubernetes? AWS Lambda. Amazon EKS. Amazon RDS. Amazon ECS. Amazon EKS is used for deploying and managing containerized applications using Kubernetes. What is a key feature of Amazon EC2? Provides fully managed databases. Enables real-time analytics. Offers serverless computing. Allows users to scale compute capacity up or down easily. Amazon EC2 allows users to scale compute capacity up or down easily based on demand. What is a benefit of using AWS auto-scaling? Automatically adjusts compute capacity based on demand. Enables real-time data processing. Supports serverless computing. Provides object storage. AWS auto-scaling automatically adjusts compute capacity based on demand. Which AWS compute service is designed for running batch computing workloads? AWS Lambda. Amazon Workspaces. Amazon EC2. AWS Batch. AWS Batch is a managed batch computing service that allows users to efficiently run batch computing workloads of any scale on the AWS cloud, providing fully managed compute environments and job scheduling capabilities. Which AWS service provides managed Kubernetes? Amazon RDS. Amazon EKS. Amazon ECS. AWS Lambda. Amazon EKS provides managed Kubernetes. Which AWS compute service is designed for running containerized applications using Docker containers? Amazon Workspaces. Amazon Elastic Container Service. Amazon EC2. AWS Lambda. Amazon Elastic Container Service is a highly scalable and high-performance container management service that allows users to run and manage Docker containers on a cluster of Amazon EC2 instances. In the context of AWS compute services, what is the primary purpose of AWS Outposts? Offer serverless compute functionality. Provide managed container orchestration. Extend AWS infrastructure and services to on-premises or edge locations. Provide managed virtual desktop infrastructure. AWS Outposts is a fully managed service that extends AWS infrastructure, services, APIs, and tools to on-premises or edge locations, allowing organizations to run AWS compute and other services locally while benefiting from the same programming interfaces as in the AWS cloud. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.